guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having an awesome day. Today I'm going to be showing you a speed build, and I'm just going to do a little voiceover over it. Nothing fancy, just a little bit of a speed build. I've really wanted to go through all of the neighborhoods that I have in game and completely redo every lot that's on there. This was a blank lot that was in Brentleton Bay. I will show a picture up here right now of the house, the exterior, and the plans that I was looking at to actually build this house off of. It's not exact, but it gave me an idea of what I wanted to do. Of course, there's things like closets and whatnot that I wasn't able to do because I don't have a game pack that actually has that, but I tried to do something very similar to that. So I thought I would do this little speed build for you. I'll talk a little bit when things come up, but other than that, just sit back and enjoy the music. So here it took me a long time to try to figure out the roofs, how to make the roofs work, because the picture on the front of the house that I was looking at does not look anything like what I was coming up with. So I had to change it just a little bit. In The Sims now, you're able to move your windows where you want them by holding down the Alt key. So I was able to put those windows up at the top like it is in the original picture by doing that. It also took me a long time to figure out exactly how to color this house, because from the picture that I was referencing, the outside of it was white and it looked like it was white siding, so that's what I decided to go with. The roof was kind of a blue color, and so were all the accents and trims and everything on the house, but I was not able to find a roof that I really liked. You should see me later go back and change that. I used Move Objects to put these little windows in beside the door, and then I went through the entire house and changed the color to blue on all the windows that I'd already placed, just to give it a little bit of an accent and had it pop out. Here I'm looking at the different roofs like I just said, trying to find something more blue that will match. I'm just going through and placing all the doors. I tried to follow as much as I could to the layout that I was looking at, the blueprints of the house. I didn't know what the inside of this house looked like, what the color scheme was, so since the outside was blue and I like blue, I just decided to go with a blue scheme inside the house as well. It took me a long time to figure out what to do with the couch, what I wanted to do for it, how I wanted it all set up. They did have some furniture set up in the interior pictures or the interior blueprints of the house of where things were sitting, but I just couldn't make it do what I wanted to do. I also thought, since we were still in Brentleton Bay doing this, that we would use a lot of cats and dog stuff, since that's what area this is for. I also like this style. I had to try to keep looking up on how to do free rotation because I could not get it to work. And so as I'm building this, you'll see me stop a few times trying to figure out how to get everything to free rotate, and it just wouldn't work. The coffee table I love, but they're so big in this game, so I actually scaled it down just a tad. Used a little bit of my custom content that I downloaded in this house as well, just because I really like it. Decided to put this little console table that was custom content underneath the TV. And the kitchen was really, really iffy. It took me a while to get the kitchen done. For some reason at this point I decided to change the foundations. think the kitchen turned out pretty good, but it did not look like it looked in the photo. I'll put a picture of what the kitchen in the house looked like here in the interior. It's got this weird little circle island thing that comes out, and obviously that's not really something that I could do here. So I just tried to make it as close as I could. Use a little bit of move objects to do some things. Decided to put like this big pantry in there. Needed a place to put the trash can, so I ended up deleting one of them. Put some bar stools in, something for pets. I did not end up putting a pet bed in this house. That is one thing that I missed. Got out some more custom content. You guys saw that little piece of custom content there. This is where I was having a hard time trying to place things where I really wanted them. I see creators do this all the time on YouTube, where they're placing things customly or just randomly wherever they want to place them on countertops and whatnot, but I could not figure out how to do it for the life of me while I was making this. I figured out some of it, but not as much as I'd like. Just trying to find a place to put that blanket again, and I just couldn't do it. Here I'm doing the bathroom downstairs. Took some big rugs and then just downsized them for a little bath mat. Put some clutter items in there, and then we moved up to upstairs. Now I actually did this in a few different parts, so you may see a few weird cuts. This room was really weird, so I did have to use move objects. I don't actually know if Sims can get on both sides of the bed or not. This is not something that my Sims are living in, obviously. And I'm not putting it on the gallery unless somebody just really wants it. Using some more custom content. I would love to go back on the Sims resource and download some more things. I thought those lights would look really pretty above the bed. Using some of my custom artwork there, but decided to put something else up instead. Now this bathroom gave me a huge fit. I could not figure out what I wanted to do for it at all. I think this might have been one time. Yeah, right there is where I cut it. I was going to say, I think that was one time where I was finally like, I'm done. I can't do anything with this right now. I'm just going to have to come back to it. So I came back to it and I started on this bedroom. I actually really like this bedroom. I decided to use that little cutout that I was going to use as like a closet. But since I don't have closets, just expand it to the bathroom. That way they've got this huge bathtub in there. It's a really odd space. Part of it's just because of the way Sims is, and part of it is because I don't have things in order to make it like it would normally be. Love those little hanging plant things that I downloaded. Still trying to figure out a way to use that blanket. Thought maybe I could put it on the side of the bathtub. Here I'm trying to get stuff to move where I want it to, and it was so hard. A lot of this stuff just will not cooperate. I think a lot of it's just because I'm not used to building. I put a lot of plants in this room. Just found a few things that I thought maybe I could put downstairs in this little foyer area and decided to plop them down there. I thought that wall right there is the coolest place to put all of those shelves. So I just found some plants and some other little knickknacks and things to put on it. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. Finally decided we should put curtains in the house, or at least the bedrooms and stuff. There I am, just putting some little glitter items on those shelves. Put a TV in the room. And then for this room, I didn't really go all out, but since there were already 2 bedrooms with double beds, I thought this one we would make a child's room. So maybe you can have a child in this one, maybe adults in one, and then maybe a teenager in another. And in this little area, I thought it would just be a good place to put a bookshelf. And I put a little poof. And a new rug. Now, in the photo I was referencing, this was, I think, a walk-in closet. But I thought, you know, this could be the master bath, and they could just use this as a little half bath. I didn't go into too great of a detail, really spending a lot of time filling out this house. There's plenty of room to put other stuff in this house. It's just really hard when you're first trying to learn, and so I was getting very, very frustrated trying to build this house. I love building in The Sims. I've always enjoyed building in The Sims, but when you haven't built in a very long time, and especially when you've never built in Sims 4 on PC before, it gets kind of hard to figure out. So here I'm just trying different things to put out front. Decided I'd make like a little place to put all these different flowers. So I just put all these different kinds of flowers in here, pretty and colorful, different kinds, different sizes. Just filling up this flower bed with different things. And I thought about putting some rocks there on the corner, but I decided not to. Here I'm finally going through and putting some more curtains and stuff in. I didn't really do anything on the bottom level besides the bathroom. I thought about fencing the yard in, but on this lot it just looked really weird. I was messing around with the pools a little bit because I haven't messed around with any of it. Thought I'd play with the pond tool there, but I thought about maybe doing one right here in the front yard, but I just couldn't make it look right. You know, maybe doing like a little koi pond or something. I decided to get this big jacuzzi out. I thought it was really cool. It took me a while to try to figure out how to landscape that. So I'm just doing a few little more finishing touches. Maybe some lights. Didn't really like those. I think I end up just sticking a few little lights outside. Trying to look through debug items to see if I can use anything. But I don't think I ended up choosing anything from there. Just looking at all the items. I hope you've enjoyed today's speed build. If you have, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you next time.